Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of your favorite golf podcast, Closed Course. I'm your host, Blake Horseman, here with my co-hosts, Eric, Liam, and Nick. And today, we have an awesome guest, ladies and gentlemen. He's a comedian, podcast host, best-selling author, and one of the funniest relationship analysts on the internet. You know him from his stand-up specials, Netflix appearances, and his wildly popular You Up podcast, where he spent years helping people navigate modern dating, which honestly isn't all that different from golf. So whether you're looking for advice on your love life or your golf swing, we've got the perfect guests. Let's tee it up with our good friend Jared Freid. Jared, welcome to the pod, man.
Nice.
Thank you so much for having me. Such a great intro.
Hey.
I am not a best-selling author yet.
You will be.
It hasn't even come out yet. I hope to be one day next week. But yeah, no, this is great. I'm happy to be here. Everyone loves a 5-man podcast.
Hey, you know, can't have enough men. You know,
Yeah.
Right. We want 5 men yelling over each other, talking about golf. This is like a woman's worst nightmare. This is
No,
like
for real.
This is the anti-moisture maker.
It really is.
And with a slight echo to boot.
Right, with a slight echo. It's so tough listening for a podcast. But
Where are you at? Where are you at these days? I feel like you're everywhere. You're traveling.
I'm currently in New York City. I'm about to go on this book tour, and I live in Delray Beach, Florida. So, I mean, I was over at the Pins and Aces offices, the epicenter of golf when I was in town, and I'm improving my golf games. I don't want to say it out loud. I don't want the golf gods hearing, but it's getting better.
That was last year, right?
Yeah.
Jared came
It was
in.
like, what,
he was in the
August,
simulator?
September?
Yeah.
Yeah, I play.
You played really good
If
that
I'm-
day, too.
I got better as the day went on. Eric crushes it. That's the. I'm not gonna. I gotta go from like a different tee from him. But I.
Yeah.
I know I don't golf as much as Eric. It's
Exactly.
incredible.
That's true. Yeah. No one golfs more than
Jared
Eric.
has a real cute, consistent 180 with his driver.
That's right. That's right. I don't want to make anyone feel bad.
He's such a thick, big back, too.
What a nice guy.
Get
That's
it out
right.
there.
That's a nice guy.
That's right. I come up strutting and then I bloop it out there.
So how often do you play? Because I'm sure it's tough when you're on the road constantly.
The road is tough. Like right now, I'm like a month off, but like I can get twice a week in. I go sneak onto my parents' club, and I look enough like him. We're both shaped like tissue boxes, so from far away, it looks like it's him. So I go sneak out there, but on the road is great because you can play all these like weird municipal courses and just like look them up online. And I go on like Golf Now. And the cool part is you go to these courses that someone's like, oh, where are you from? Expecting you to be like, yeah, down the street, or my kids go to that school. I'm like, yeah, I live in Florida. They're like, what the hell are you doing here?
Why are you playing this shit box?
Right, why are you in Cleveland 20 minutes outside of town? Like, what's wrong with you?
I had no idea you were from Delray.
I'm from Boston.
Okay, but you
my
live in Delray.
parents moved to Boca, and they were like, "What are you doing in New York?" You know, I was like, "Well, I like living in New York. I do stand up here." And they're like, "You can go there anytime. Why don't you try living in Delray?" And then the minute I got a car and washer dryer in my apartment, I was like, "Okay, I'm living like an animal. I need to like get out of there."
No, so I love G's whole family is Boca Del Rey. I went to Delray.
Oh, really?
Yeah, her dad lives in Delray, and I went there.
The
like a year
Avenue,
ago.
with no better. That is a party.
Yeah, no, Delray was awesome, man. I was like shocked at how much I love Delray. That little main street, I think it's like Atlantic Ave. Is that it?
Atlantic Avenue.
Yeah.
Well, people outside of Delray, people go, "Oh, that's where my grandma lives. Everyone's dead." And then inside of Delray, inside of Boca area, everyone's like, "Oh, it's too young. All the college kids go there."
Yeah, I
and then you get there, and it's really like this, like kind of 30 to 40-year-old haven. Like it's kind of a little bit of a treat. If you're from the West Coast, Manhattan Beach is the comparable like area. I love it there. I've been there a year, and I just like it's like a beach town. It's good to get away. No one, New
beaches are
York.
great.
I'm here now. The beaches are great right now, but in the summer it's all seaweed. And it's fun to hear people complain about the seaweed as if someone brought it there. Like, it's just a bunch of, like, it's just like a bunch of Jews complaining about the seaweed. And you're like, well, no one like came here with their seaweed backpack and like spread it here. It's called nature. Like this isn't your pool where the pool guy didn't come today. You know, and it is annoying. And like the longer I live in Delray, the more I'm like, the seaweed's back. I don't know what they're doing in this town.
So are you a Knicks fan then? Being in New York?
I'm appreciative of the Knicks, but I'm a Celtics fan from birth. But like I lived in New York 18 years, and when the Knicks are good, the city's good, the buzz, you can feel it. Like I like the thing you lose when you live in Manhattan is a hometown team, because the Knicks haven't been good since I lived here for 18 years. Yeah. So you never got like people being like, are you watching the game tonight? Because in New York, everyone's on their own journey. Everyone's after something. Everyone's doing their own hustle. I'm the star of my own movie. There's no one else in the world but me. Mm-hmm. So a thing like the local team, as you guys know in Denver, like when the Broncos are good, that's the talk. That's like the weather conversation. That's the elevator conversation. That's what ties you in with the barista. Oh my God, they're wearing a Broncos hat. I am. New York, you kind of lose that. So it's nice to have a small town feel in New York City where people are excited about one thing that isn't their DJ career. You get it, Blake.
That's fair.
Blake, no, you get it.
Yeah, right, you get it.
It's funny, though, because that's so true. I've been in New York City a handful of times, and it's always like the last time I was in New York City, I've been there like maybe 5 or 6 times. Mm-hmm. 4 of those 5 times were awful. The one time where it was just everyone was happy, you felt safe, you go on the subway, everyone was like, oh, getting out of your way, just being nice and friendly was when Jeremy Lin came in and played for the Knicks.
Huge.
Linsanity, and that's the last time New York City was happy.
They made a documentary about it. It was 8 days.
Yeah, it was 8 days. It was 8 days of bliss in New York City. It was great.
New York kind of, as much as everyone's on their own thing and everyone's kind of like that New York asshole, like there is a craving for this to be a community. And you do feel that because I lived here a long time. Like I love New York. I didn't leave here being like, I call towns in the U.S. I've had it towns. It's like towns people move to when they've had it in a big city. So like I would say like Austin, Texas is an I've had it town. Because people were like, I've had it with New York and these taxes. And then they moved to Austin, and then they realized the problem was them the whole time.
Yeah.
But New York craves this like community. I would say, to talk about dating, and you talked about your 5 times in New York. I would say like for a group of guys, if you were going to go to New York City, go on a football Sunday. There's no better place for a football Sunday than New York City to meet women, to go out to watch your game, because there's no bar that's for one team. Every bar is every team. Mm-hmm. So you're there at a party where everyone has to kind of rein it in a little bit, and women feel more comfortable to be at a bar where people have reined it in a little bit. It's not the guy clapping at the TV yelling, "Go Broncos," like he's going to like go murder someone that day. Dude, they can't hear you.
Yeah.
So like I've always thought a football Sunday in New York was the best day to meet a woman, the best day to meet a guy, the best day to be single. Especially fall in New York is the best weather time. Like I think it's like a great bachelor party idea. I think it's a great dude's trip that never gets looked at as a dude's trip.
It's a fair point. When we had Wells on last week, and we talked to him about some of the golf too in the Hamptons, just going out on Shinnecock.
Of course,
US Opens
Wells
there.
is talking about golf on the Hamptons. He's married to an ATM. What are you talking about? That's the least relatable guest. Don't have Wells on your show, Blake. You're having Wells on, so he'll invite you to his mansion. Stop it.
That's what he did too.
Yeah,
He's like,
of course.
And me to the country club.
Yeah, we're all
That
down there,
is
and we're having drinks with his wife.
That is the funniest segue I have ever heard. Wells was on the show discussing golfing in the Hamptons. He took his golf cart made of gold. He has Sarah Hyland money, okay? That woman made $1 million an episode for like a decade. Are you talking about Wells
So wait,
giving
you're saying
golf
you've never golfed in the Hamptons, Jared? You've never golfed?
No, it's been a bit. Okay.
Relatable.
Blake, I just brought up a municipal course outside of Cleveland. I couldn't be more far away from Wells and his like Wells and his automated golf cart that the robot drive. Thank you, Rosie the robot. The guy's living in Jetson's land.
Well,
He probably has an AI app on his phone that golfs for him. Sarah bought it for him for Christmas.
well, if he's the ATM,
Wells-
maybe he'll take us to the Hamptons. We'll go to New York City.
Right.
We'll do
Listen,
the bars.
I get it.
We'll do Delray
I
with
get
you,
it.
Hamptons with Wells.
That is the thing you find out.
Cleveland,
What people
sorry,
will
Cleveland.
So Cleveland. Come on, I can't afford Delray.
then we'll beach by noon.
Yeah.
That's my motto, Eric. Beach by noon is the key. But I just it's so funny what people will do for golf. Like men, golf is the only thing where men start to do the like trading favors thing that women have to do their whole life. Like women, like, okay, I got to go to her bachelorette party. I got to go to her wedding shower. I got to make sure I pay my tab because she came to my wedding and she helped me get my hair done. Men do that stuff for golf where they're like, okay, well, we'll have him on the podcast. Hopefully he'll invite us to Elysium where him and Sarah Hyland live.
We had a nice transition to kind of wedge our way into that that invite zone. And if you watch the clip we posted yesterday, it was funny because he was talking about the necessities that he needs at nice private clubs. He needs the Barbasol cone.
He has his own writer
the
for every
mints,
country
the
club.
cologne. He said, "This is right."
I have been making fun of Wells for being rich. We've never spoken, but I've been making fun of him for being married to a gold bar for so long. And to hear that this is what he's talking about on podcasts, the guy doesn't realize how unrelatable he is. He's a radio host. What is he talking about?
To be fair to Wells, I agree. He's very lucky. Very lucky.
Very lucky. I said that the whole time.
But he's
Listen,
very
I'm
lucky.
sure
but
I'm sure they're in love. I'm sure they're great. He seems like a nice dude. Everything about him seems nice.
you can fall in love with a rich one just as easily you can a poor one. So good on him for that. But he's hosting the big break, and he's got a great personality. He's good at it.
Yeah,
It's
how do you
not
think
Gold
that
Bar.
happened? He has agents that were given to him by Sarah. What do you think? What do you think is going on here?
Good for him.
You
Good
guys,
for him.
you guys in
Every
Denver
one
are
of
too
this
busy
is
with
a
your
clip right
conspiracy theories about going to the moon.
But-
This is a conspiracy theory that's true.
Hey, and Blake leveraged his good looks and his reality TV into a DJ
right.
career, and now he's going to the ESPYs. He's getting married in Croatia. He's doing all
We
that
all
stuff. He's
do-
probably selling it to People Magazine. Smart on him.
Right.
If you got it, go for it and go and leverage it.
We all make choices in life. That's it. That's right.
Yeah.
That's it. So do you get out in New York though? When you're out there, do you golf in New York? Like where
No, dude. Golfing in New York is
Yeah, what is
horrific.
that like?
That's why you move. Like that's
DJ.
why it's so. That's why like the whole Wells thing is so funny to me. Like it is the most difficult place to golf on the planet. Maybe like it's
I
like
really thought about
because
that,
you
actually. It's probably
Every
true.
club is
because
private
it's your
or
whole
Jewish?
day.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, good for me for both. I can do both as a Jew who has some money. I can go to both private or the Jewish ones.
Yeah.
But I would say for golf in New York, you have to it's your whole day. You can't just do, hey, we'll wake up early and be done in the afternoon. No, that you're planning it out a week ahead of time, even if it is a public course. I mean, look at Bethpage. People are sleeping there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So there are accounts that show you where you could golf around New York City, but I've never had it is actually weird how abnormal golfing everywhere else feels after you've golfed in New York. Like you're like, oh my god, I have time. I'm not there's not 8,000 people here.
It's an all day event, I mean, and it's I got this winged foot mug, shame on me for having that, but it's when I was there, it was such a torrential downpour, and you get weather out there, right? We didn't even get to play that day at Wingfoot, and they built this huge simulator complex, and everyone's like, well, I drove in from the city. It was, an hour and a half to get here.
So
we're just going to go to the simulator and drink beer all day and hang out here for 8 hours. And that's like...
Right, you make exceptions that you would never do anywhere else.
Yeah. Never. Yeah,
because
never.
And it's also, that's the thing. I took my one day to be able to do this. And you do feel, especially because I travel so much and I'm around the country, like, again, I do go to these, like, public courses. You go to amazing public courses in different places, and you're like, I can't believe people can live this way, like, compared to New York City. Like, it's just not the same.
Yeah. It's really hard to get a tea time, or everything's private, and it's really expensive and hard to get to. And hard to get,
like all the worst things, all the things you're, like, debating. Like, you, in most places, you have one of those things you're debating. New York, you're debating all of them.
But if you're married to the Gold Bar, it's very nice.
Right. Well, if you're Wells, you just go to the Hamptons. And have you ever had a waitress who comes out and takes your order at the first stall and then brings it to the next stall and follows you around for the whole day?
Great.
No, sorry, Wells.
You guys should do that more often.
Sounds nice to me.
That would be nice. So, Jared, I want to talk about this book tour because that's one thing I've never been on is a book tour. What does that look like? Are you just literally sitting there reading? I would love to have you read me a story. I mean, like, what does that look like?
We are leading into the book tour, which is next week. I have never done a book tour myself. They basically say to you, they're like, would you like a moderator? And I was like, yeah, I would love a moderator. And then they were like, okay, do you know anyone famous? And I'm like, no. Like, maybe I could call Wells Adams's butler and maybe he'll connect us. But I don't. And then they're like, well, what about Drew Barrymore? And I'm like, yeah, I would love to have Drew Barrymore ask me about my dating life. And then they were like, do you know Drew Barrymore? And I'm like, are you my parents? Like, this is how my parents talk to me about my comedy career. They're like, you should try and be on SNL. Like, that was how the conversation went. So I was like, okay, I'll do it myself. I'm going to basically talk about the book. And it's a dating advice book. And so I'm going to take people's dating questions. I've done dating app makeovers for people. Like, I can look at their dating profile and I can tell them, like, in a fun way that doesn't feel like I'm being a dick,
right, how
they can make a change to, like, improve their dating app life. Because a lot of us make dating apps in the dark by ourselves after a few beers. You're like, that's when you download an app, when you're like, why not? And then you find some pictures and you put together a profile and you see what's going on, especially men. Men don't think they have a dating problem, so they don't really look for advice. They don't look to talk to many people. So, like, and dating for men is fun. It's extracurricular. So it's like, when they make a profile, a lot of time men make a profile that looks good to other men. It's like to rush a fraternity.
It's like, here's this fish I caught. They're trying to impress the men. It's my golf
you want to
swing.
look cool. Look at my funny costume from Halloween 3 years ago. Like, it's stuff like that. And, like, women tend to hide in their profiles. They tend to, like, not stick out. They don't want to be that girl. They don't want to be the person who's taking over. These are all societal things that are beyond us. So a lot of time, the women, like, they'll write answers to their prompts that anyone could write. And I'm like, well, why wouldn't you write something fun? Why wouldn't you write something specific so that you can say no to some guys? And, to them, that's like a revelation. And to men, they're writing so much crap, or they're being so out there that you're like, how about you reel it in, dude? Aren't you trying to, like, meet a woman? You wouldn't be this way at a bar. So, like, so it's fun to, like, see these profiles and kind of, like, have it out in front of a group of people, and you see people go, oh, yeah, I guess I did make a decision here or there. So the book tour is going to be like a more open dating conversation.
I see. Okay. So, low-key, it'll be like your stand-up. I feel like a little bit like you'll just see kind of like, going at these people for their profiles and
you're
stuff.
Looking to make fun of it, make it fun. I'm trying to make it as funny as possible. But, like, the book is, really like inside the mind of it's called Walking Red Flag, because I am the red flag, much like all four of you are a red flag as well. You know, that's the point, is that every woman who's posting an Instagram picture of her husband with a glowing caption, there's another woman going, that guy fucking stinks. You know, so and we all know that. That's the thing. So the book isn't about being better than any guy or like telling you how great I am. It's about letting you know what's going on inside most of our heads, so that men can feel like seen and have a defense. Because you guys know, if you're online, you guys aren't responding to women making dating content online.
No, right.
You're seeing it and rolling your eyes. Like, that's most of my friends. They see you see dating content, and they go, well, that woman's being a dick to some dude. That sucks for him. You know? And
like she's got like a bad past with one guy, ruined it for her, now she's taking it out on everybody else kind of thing.
And now all these people are cheering her on in the comments, and we kind of see that, we go, oh, we move on. So I think for a lot of us who aren't in the comments, who aren't emotionally affected, who are confident guys, it's tough to walk the line, you know? So the book is really to let women know and let people know, like, our emotional state during dating, what we're concerned about. Like, we're concerned about a career and being able to provide and being able to feel value and self-worth. And that's why sometimes we don't move on in a relationship. That's why we don't commit. You know, there's a lot of times where we don't commit because then you lose your potential. Men get men get blessed with potential. When they date us, oh, he's got passion, he's got pursuit. They don't care that we got $2 in our wallet. They just know that you are into what you do and you will be successful one day. No man dates a woman based on potential. We date them based on the here and now. She's hot and awesome, I'll date her. so
true.
So that's what the book is about.
So are you, since you've got, you know, all the advice, are you heeding your own advice? Are you dating somebody?
The toughest part. The toughest part about dating is taking your own advice. Is easy to give. It's way tougher to take. I have a girlfriend now, and we were dating 3 years ago, and then we broke up. I had ended it, and then we didn't talk for like 2.5 years. And then she sent me a text, and we got back together, and now we've been dating for like 6 months.
Oh, wow. Look at you.
So,
Congrats.
yeah, I mean, like, a lot of the book, thank you, is like talking about things that, you know, looking back on, I would have done differently, or how I handled things and why I handled things the way I did. And for a lot of men, it's about being like, okay, wow, thank God I'm not the only crazy. You know, and then I think for a lot of women, it's like, oh, it wasn't that personal. Mm-hmm. You know, whenever any of you guys have ended a relationship, it wasn't like what gets highlighted is I could do. You know, a lot of women are like, well, he ended it because he wants to do better. And it's like, I don't think men think that way generally. I don't think it's that mean. I don't think it's like that. I think a lot of men, when they end a relationship, they're going, I'm not ready for the responsibility. And this is like a lot of work, and this person's nice, but I'm going to bet on the fact that I'll find someone nice when I have to, or when I can. Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is like not a fun reason to break up with someone, and not really a fun one at the brunch table. Everyone kind of gets sad and just sits there looking at each other.
It's actually like the worst way to break up with somebody, because you have no real reason. You're just kind of like, yeah, that's like the hardest way, actually. Yeah,
I think guys
and then you have a lot of self-reflection. You go, look, who am I to end it with anybody? I'm a big chubby loser.
It's true. That's why I had to lock my wife down when I wasn't a chubby loser. You know, had to get it in early.
Oversell, underdeliver.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Definitely
golf
did that.
game right there.
I did want to ask you, because I saw your stand-up last year when you were in Denver. I've been to a couple with Eric last year, and some of them were fine, but yours was actually really funny.
Thank you. What a review.
You're good at your job.
Shockingly, it was funny.
Great compliment, Bailey.
But you always see clips of like,
pretty good.
You actually were terrible. No,
I had 25 beers before the show.
Yeah, and that made it pretty good. No, but you always see clips of comedians talking about what it was like getting into stand-up comedy, and it just seems like an absolute grind. Like, was that your process? Was it just going to all these open nights, doing that for years and years and years? Or like, what was that process like? Were you one of the lucky ones?
Here's how much of a grind it is. I've been doing it over 16 years, and no one here listening knows who the fuck I am. So
I don't know.
There's a few out there.
Like you said, we got 5 dudes here. Hopefully somebody listening knows.
Hopefully one of the 5 dudes. You know, I should have married Sarah Hyland, and then I could have been. Listen, I love doing it, so it never feels like a grind. I started in New York City doing open mics every night. I did 3 a night. Wow. I probably did that for a decade. And, over time, it's changed so much. And, I started in 2010, and I was very early to the internet for a comedian. Like, a lot of comedians were like, well, I want to be a stand-up. And I kind of saw... stand-ups, at that time, 2010, there were like 5 who could tour without being on a sitcom. So a lot of times being on a sitcom, being the friend was how you became a comedian or how you got to go on the road. So I loved being on the internet and reading stuff on the internet. So I was like, hey, it's an open casting call on the internet. I can just put up whatever I want. So I started writing and making videos and doing podcasts like this. And going kind of direct to consumer. And at the time, people would like, and then yelling at Blake on The Bachelor.
I was just going to say that. There are more people listening who know you because they know you from, what did you call it? Screaming at the
live scream.
Live scream. Yeah. He would just roast all of us on the show.
Like watch it and post
like during every episode, he'd like live story.
I mean, it's easy content. It's easy to do.
There'd be like 75 stories. He'd pause,
just yelling
destroy somebody.
It went really viral. People know you, I feel like that, but like in my sphere, really well. Yeah.
Totally. And I mean, I used to yell at The Bachelor, and I still yell at shows on TikTok sometimes and on Instagram whenever I can. But like, you got to find a way to find your people. And, I go to the Comedy Cellar. The Comedy Cellar is the #1 club in the world. It's the best comedians all go there like a watering hole. And I remember I go to the table where all the comedians sit, and they'd be like, what's this Bachelor thing? I'd just be made fun of for the whole night for watching The Bachelor and putting that out there. And then, like, I remember, like, 6 months after starting it, like, 2 girls came up to the table, like, are you Jared? I love your Bachelor stuff. And, like, I saw all the comedians' jaws drop. Yeah. They were like, what? And over time, now you see comedians putting up crowd work clips and putting up because they're not burning material. That's a strategy. Like, hey, if I put up this stuff of me being funny, they'll come to the show and see me being funny. I mean, that's devolved, in my opinion. That's gone to people having shows that are now commercial tapings because all they do is crowd work. And the crowd might be there for that, but at the same time, that doesn't always go as well as the one you highlighted in 30 seconds online. Yep. That might have came because you did an hour of, what do you do? Where are you from? How long you guys been together? That's why it's not that fun. I'm trying to build an act, and what you saw was like a work in progress. Like when you go on the road, I'm looking to like work on my hours so that it can be taped as an hour of stand-up. Like if someone's doing crowd work in their stand-up special, I think that's someone who didn't work that hard. So for me, I take a lot of pride in stand-up. It's like my religion, like those are my people. And when someone's like kind of doing a stolen valor thing where they're like, oh, I do the crowd work, so now I'm a stand-up. I'm like, oh, okay, well, let me see the act.
Yeah.
Right. So I have a special coming out in the fall on Netflix called The Family Plan, and it's a 1-hour story about going to the beach with my parents. It's like what I'm most proud of. But I'm in this weird world of like, I don't know if people want it. Like it's one story for an hour, and it's got laughs every 10 seconds, but it's you got to watch the whole thing.
Like a full hour of like one story. You know what I mean? Like that's
it'll be fun.
I feel like that's super unique.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, now I was working on it being like, who would want this? Everyone wants like, but I don't know. I like doing it. I have a privilege where I do these other things that I can do what I want for stand up. Mm-hmm. If you're on stage doing crowd work so that your TikTok will make you money, follow the money. You guys know, you guys get it. Like, that's what influences kind of how people act. I was an econ major. Listen, game theory, baby. I get it. So for me, I'm lucky where I have like all this comedy mutual fund. I got the book and the podcast and yelling at the Bachelor, making fun of Blake. So that's
gotta diversify that portfolio.
Right. So so my stand up is like my love. It's like my classic car that I'm always tinkering with.
Okay, that's great. So I got a question for you. So obviously you've done a ton of stand up. When you're up there, you're getting ready. You got the crowd ready. You know, you walk out on the stage. The bright lights are bright. Do you find it more nervous? You are more nervous for that, or for lining up a driver? You know, a whole one with everybody
lining
watching.
up a driver. Well, that is the funny part. I think I was telling you guys when I was over at the office, stand up and golf, same insecurities. Like it is so funny when you hear people go up to like drive at the first hole. They say the same things that any comic would say before going on stage and having other comics watch them. So like they're like, I got nothing. Don't watch. It's been a while since I've played. All stuff.
Can we get a breakfast bowl? Like,
right. Don't watch my first bit. I've been doing. You even see it from like famous people. Like I've opened for like I some names that you'd be like, oh, they're the best, and they're like looking at me, the opener, going, it's all old stuff. Don't watch it. It's nothing. And you're like, that's a golfer.
That's interesting.
Well, and it's funny because we've had a lot of people who perform, from athletes to comedians, on the podcast, and they all say the same thing. People who perform in front of other people, it's almost more nerve-wracking to hit a drive in front of 6 people on the first tee.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely. I mean, it's
crazy,
and it's weird because like when I started playing golf, you notice it from everyone. Doesn't matter how good they are. That opening hit at the first hole, just everyone's like, who's faking it? Who's like, you know, if you have a new shirt on, you almost are like, a friend gave this to me. Like, you don't want to act like you're a good golfer. Like, you don't want to have like nice, like you don't have like, you guys gave me a bunch of shirts. I'm like, they gave them to me. I swear I suck. Please, you know, my family hates me. Like, you want to like tell people. Like, if you have new stuff, like, isn't that embarrassing if you fucking duff the first hole when you're wearing all your new gear, like it's your first day at school?
Yeah, you got a new backpack.
I've never really
name on it.
Because you're right. Everybody says the same thing walking up to the first tee. Doesn't matter if you're with your boys, you're with it in front of a gallery. You're always you're
like, am I going to know how to hit this
big
shot?
high fest.
Yeah, it was like the first time playing with you, Red Rocks. I think I shot like 40 with you guys.
Yeah.
And you know, everyone's like, Nick's really good. You know, he can play good golf, and these guys are like, this guy sucks. And I think I shot like 31 on the back or something, balled out. But yeah, it's funny.
That's why I don't understand why people lie about their handicap. I'd rather have a bad handicap.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you? I don't know.
Yes, absolutely. It's like the reverse sandbagger is a real thing. And we were talking to Yip Strickler, and I commented on his video because he started doing reverse sandbagging videos. Guys who, you know, say they're good, but they're, you know, actually really bad.
Wasn't there a U.S. Open qualifier recently?
Yeah,
you had to be like a 0.2 or higher, and he shot like 108 or something.
Yeah, something like that. But that's real. Remember Ryan?
Talk about that, because that is actually real. Because people were commenting on that clip. That would never happen.
That would never happen. So the guy on the Adele board, Ryan Burke, really good golfer, college golfer, plus 4 or 5 handicap, shoots 67 in the Mid-Am qualifier. U.S. Mid-Am qualifies. USGA event down at Troon in Arizona. First round, he shoots 94. Oof. And second round, he's going to shoot at least 95, runs out of balls. And he's like, I just was so nervous, I could not hit driver. And if you don't hit it straight or in play in a desert course, you're in the desert. Yeah. And he's like, I'd get over the ball. I was finally hitting like 8 iron when I need it on a par 5 off the tee. I was so nervous. And I would still hit it way right and push it. I like forgot how to swing. I was like, that is my nightmare.
That is literally
because that's what I'm thinking about on the first tee. Did I forget how to play golf? And that happened for the whole round. So it can legitimately happen.
Yeah. Have you had anything like that happen at stand-up?
Yeah, like just like, oh no, I forgot.
Oh my God.
I'm not funny anymore.
Last night? Well, I'm in New York. When I come to New York, I do stand-up. Like, I'm here to do like press for the book and my podcast, and then at night I go do shows, and I'm like exhausted. Last night I did a a benefit event. It was a benefit, and I just get up on stage. First joke, it was like I played a dead drum. And this is a 100%er joke. Yeah, like this is a joke that works 100% of the time. Not anymore because it works 99.9% of the time. Because last night they looked at me like I was crazy, and I was like, "Oh no, I don't know if I have the energy to like dig out of this." Because now, if your first joke doesn't work, it's like losing at the casino. You have to make back. Like it's like the stock market. If you lose 50%, you got to make back 100%.
100%, yeah.
Yeah, to get back to even. So it's a lot like stand-up. If that first joke doesn't work, you have no credibility. They're looking at you being like, oh, God, we got tickets for this? What is going on? People get nervous. Oh, my God, the guy's about to bomb. Oh. And now you got to go to work. You got to put the hard hat on. So, like, yeah, you have those nights where you're like, I don't have it. You know, like, and then you have the nights where you have it. I mean, again, it's the most relatable to golf thing really because you're like, you get done with a round where you played well. You're like, I can't believe I'm a good golfer now. And then the next time you come out, you're like, oh, I'm a fucking liar. I suck dick, you know? So,
and to be honest, I was just thinking about this. DJing is kind of similar to that in a sense. Like I'll have like, you know, the 100% songs that I know hit off, and then they don't, and the crowd is looking at you, and I'm like, oh fuck, like this is gonna be a rough night. You know what I mean? This is gonna be these people hate my music. I think
any performance can relate to it, like whether it's a DJing set or a stand-up set or just getting up and playing in front of your friends and playing golf. Like it's just like the atmosphere. Like I remember there's a whole my parents' course where I always drive it well. And my dad's friend Bobby Joe, he kind of watches us play. He's my dad's buddy, and he's like, that's just a hole. He's like, that happens. There's holes where your eyesight is like set up in a way where you're just gonna hit it well at that one hole in that one spot. I know that like when I hit the ball and I can see my shadow and I see my fat stomach, you know, in the shadow. I'm not gonna hit it well, like, and it's like,
that fucking
and
sun's
again,
fault.
It's the sun's fault. And we do this for DJing and stand up. It's like the venue has to be perfect, the atmosphere, the day of the week. Listen, if it's raining out, the crowd is different.
Yeah.
You know, we just waited in the rain. I'm sitting down. I'm ordering my drinks. I don't want to be here. It's Tuesday. I have a Pilates class tomorrow. What the fuck am I doing out? Like we think everyone, you can't control that. The audience is always going to be different.
Yep.
It's true.
Put it stressful, honestly.
So, a question I've been meaning to ask this for a while: is that a Bloody Mary or is this just V8 juice?
No, this is an iced coffee.
Oh, okay.
I would love a Bloody Mary right now. What if I was just chilling 11 a.m. on a Thursday with a bloody? Yeah, life's so hard. Oh my God, stand up, please buy my book. Chilling with a Bloody Mary. Thursday at 11 a.m. Yeah, life is hard. I'm sure you have. Yeah, I'm sure Wells Adams can have a Bloody Mary anytime he wants.
I think it's rosé.
It's a frozen rosé.
Yeah, frosé.
Frosé.
Yeah. So we got a couple segments for you. The first one, your dream foursome. So if you had to play golf with anybody, dead or
Pamela
alive.
Anderson, Karma Electra.
Okay. You just showed your age immensely.
90s Pamela.
Right.
Yeah.
You left out Nikki Taylor there.
Nikki Taylor. The bunny from the show she was on.
Would that be your dream foursome?
That's my dream foursome. Dream foursome? I don't know, man.
Those are pretty good. I mean, we've never had
we
Pamela
have not had
Anderson,
any of those.
Carmen Electra. I don't even know who
We've
Nikki
had a bunch
Taylor
of
is.
dudes picking a bunch of dudes. So you're the first one, I think, to pick
Oh,
a
really?
woman. Yeah.
Oh, no. I want a bunch of women, and we'll all chit-chat, and we'll have brunch afterwards. I guess I would play. I played with not to be too woo-woo and hokey. I played with my brother and my dad, and it was just a great day. And we never played together while all having played. It was the first time we'd play together where I could keep up, and my brother, he's a better golfer than me, and my dad plays like twice a day. So like it was nice to be able to play and actually keep score and actually like give each other shit. And I think that's like the fun part about it. You know, my dad, every time we play, he's like, it's a game for a lifetime. It's a game for a lifetime. And he's saying that because golf, which gets the bad reputation of an exclusive sport, it's not. It's the most inclusive. Once you learn how to play, they make sure everyone can play together. So there's lady tees, there's old people tees, there's blues, there's blacks, you know, that's a way to keep it. And then there's handicaps. So like it was really fun to be able to like play with my brother and dad and then be given strokes to be able to be like, hey, Dad, you fucking suck. I got you on that hole. So that was our first time being able to do that. And it was like, and I remember leaving being like, oh, that's what people are like addicted to. Mm-hmm. Like I play by myself a lot.
Oh, wow.
And playing by yourself is meditative and can really make you relax and feel good, but it's also not what golf should be. You know, like it's once in a while fun and you kind of wish for it sometimes when you're at a course and people are taking forever. But when you play with like 3 people and you got the scores going and you're giving each other shit, like that's fucking awesome.
That's fun. No, agreed.
Playing by yourself at the Muni in Cleveland.
Right. I haven't played by myself in a long time.
Sorry, I'm not around next week while you're here.
Well,
So you might be playing by yourself next
Are you
week.
coming in?
Me and Ronnie. I hope Ronnie will play with me.
Ron
Are
doesn't
we gonna
golf,
play?
but what about you two?
Yeah.
Are you
You
guys
want to play
open?
when you're out here?
You guys
next
want
week?
to? I would
well,
love
we have a
to
tee
play.
time set
Yeah.
up at Red Rocks
Yeah.
for him.
Let's play.
Let's
be
play.
fun.
I'm in. My issue is the scheduling. This book tour. I'll stay another day so that we can make sure we can play it, or we'll play that morning or something. Let's do it. I'm in.
Okay. Yeah, we'll coordinate that.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
I'll be in Amalfi, so I won't make it.
I heard. So how many
I'll be in Rome.
destination wedding? Why are you doing this to
Yeah,
people?
what an asshole.
I know.
What an asshole.
He's
I'm
also
going to speak for the
buying
only...
a gold bar.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, good.
So
as
I'll
long
speak
as
for the
she's a
only
gold
friend.
bar.
But it's a gold bar.
Speak for the only friend going here, but it's like, why not Cabo? Denver's beautiful
Right.
this time
It's
of
just
year.
as expensive because you could go to the Amalfi Coast in Rome.
This is the explanation of the people having the destination
I
wedding.
posted yesterday. I
It
said, you
costs
know what?
just as much.
I've been getting a lot of shit, but I'm like, you know what? I just love my friends and family so much that I'm forcing them to go on a vacation. I'm like, you deserve
What
it.
What have you set up for the visitors? What's your?
We got some good surprises. They're going to be very happy. We got gift bags.
How about forget the surprises? What are we getting for free?
Yeah, give
Eric
me
wants to
give me a
know
sneak peek here.
everything? The only thing they're not getting for free is the hotel room.
Is
Everything
there an
else is free.
open cocktail party? Is there like a welcome cocktail party?
It's a 3-day wedding. We're doing a yacht on Sunday, fully paid for, giant
Okay.
sailboat, 100 people. We're doing all day Saturday, obviously, for the weddings paid for. Friday night rehearsal at this cliffside bar. It's all paid for. Yeah. We made
Okay,
sure it was
just
worth
making
it for
sure.
people. Yeah. We made
Eric
sure.
asked me to ask you. He wasn't. He felt too embarrassed.
No, they're gonna have a blast. It's gonna be a fun party. We got some. Good
Listen. I'm
spots.
sure it's gonna be great. We mentioned People Magazine before. What magazine is
up
coming
in the air
into?
right now between People and Vogue, but Vogue is asking
Yeah.
a lot, and we're like, they want to take their phones. We're like, no.
Are you gonna let people have phones?
Oh yeah, we want to do
course.
everything live, like in the moment, all that. So
Right.
Yeah.
Blake's like, tag us. We have
yes,
brand
I need
deals.
all the
we have to
momentum we
get.
can have socially.
Follow me for the live stream.
Yeah.
I can't wait to tune in. I'm
That'd be
excited.
fun. You should live stream our wedding. Yeah, just
I'm sure G would love that. Some guy, some chubby loser on his book tour,
In
yelling
Denver.
at her dress.
I think you should get
Well,
back to the
I
live
wouldn't
stream.
have gone with an updo.
That's a terrible dress. What was she thinking?
Yeah.
I would have gone with enough, dude.
How did you not have him officiate?
That would have
Oh,
been.
I would have loved to.
Oh no.
He tried to get Wells Adams, but his agents asked for too much money.
Oh man.
Well, we got one more segment for you.
Yeah.
We call it caddy advice. So obviously caddies give some good advice on the course, but if you could give someone some life advice, could be related to comedy, dating, whatever it may be, what's some advice you would give the listeners?
It's the advice that I believe in most, that I try to live by myself. And it's a motto I have that somehow I came up with it while living with my brother. My brother and I lived together on the Upper East Side. I was, at the Comedy Cellar, just got in and, worried every night about staying in the Comedy Cellar and figuring it out. And my brother was working in the NFL, and I remember coming home and being like, I got this joke idea, and he'd be in a bad mood, and then I would tell him, and he'd be like, that's stupid. And I'm like, well, how about we write to edit? So we write to edit. So you got to write it down, because then you can edit it. But if you don't write it down, you can't edit it. And that's for life. That's for comedy. That's for golf. You got to do it. So we write to edit. So anytime something fucks up, we write to edit.
I like that.
So that's my life motto.
I think that's good advice.
I do like that.
That's unique.
Yeah,
too. We haven't
I
heard
like
anything
that. That makes
that's
sense.
Good. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. So how would you? One last thing before you head out, before we let you go. How would you compare modern dating to golf? Like, how would you compare the two?
Oh, it's stressful. There's a
How
lot
many
of
mulligans you
gimmick.
taking?
Well,
Yeah.
there's a lot of gimmicks out there. I would say modern golf and dating, how many toys could you buy to try to improve your game? And I think for dating modern times, there's all this stuff that's out there to distract. But the reality is, like most things, it's diet and exercise. Like, you got to go on dates. You got to want to meet someone. You got to be positive. You got to mix the romantic with the logical and try and not be a miserable fuck while you're single and 37. And and the apps aren't your problem. The apps are just a tool. That's a hammer. If you're mad at a hammer, you're a fucking crazy person. So hammer's going to do what the guy using the hammer going to do. So it's not the app that's your problem. It's you. Generally you. I'm the walking red flag. So it's like, anyone who the minute someone's like dating today and the apps, the minute they start complaining about it, I'm like, that's a person who is fucked. So you can use a hammer better. You can swing it better. You can find a hammer that's better for you, but you got to always admit a hammer is a hammer.
Yeah.
A dating app's a dating app. It's a tool amongst many tools. And here's the other thing, the relatable part to golf is, and as I just said, playing with your friends feels a lot better than playing alone. Mm-hmm. So I would say for dating, going and hang out with your friends, that's probably the best thing you could do for your dating life. Like, and you're 4 dudes. Like, none of you are thinking of like who to set up. Like, none of you. But Blake, at the wedding, G's gonna have a single friend. Mm-hmm. And if that single friend is like, I'm single, and they're cool, and then you had a friend that was some dude that was looking at, it was like, I was on a date, it kind of sucked. You'd be like, wait a minute, G's friend is single, and she's cool. Mm-hmm. That's the best a dude is going to give as far as a recommendation.
Totally. It's so true.
Yeah, she's cool.
I got a friend. You got
she's
a friend.
cool. Yeah. It's never going to be more than that. So if you're out there and you're single and you're mad at the apps, go hang out with your married friends.
There you go. Love that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And I guess just one last thing, since
Sure.
you kind of gassed me a little bit before the show being in a relationship. We just had a recent hard launch here with Liam. I saw on Instagram.
Hard
Liam.
Yeah.
Well, this is the hilarious difference for men and women. I got in a relationship just like Liam, and people were like, and women kept being like, congratulations, I'm so happy for you. And I was like, ew, get away, fuck off.
Exactly.
Like, I could have had a girlfriend any time. What are you talking about? I got a big cock. So Liam gets a girlfriend, and we're all like, you fucking bitch.
I know. All my friends were like, you're a pussy. And I was like, all right, thanks.
How did you meet her?
That's kind of how it goes. Actually, kind of through Eric. I went to a Halloween party a long time ago, just at a bar that Eric kind of introduced me to the guy who owns it, just kind of through mutual friends, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, Church and Union. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just funny because, as you said, all the guys are like, oh, nice Instagram, pussy, like, fuck you, like,
Well,
That's just kind of how guys
just
are.
like how
Which
you
I like it.
you just gassed me about my Instagram
Absolutely.
before the show. So
Before the
apparently you
show,
and
I
I
was
are going to
like-
do a double shotgun wedding now. 6 months.
We got to do it. We're all gonna get married together while we hold hands.
We'll do it here at Pins or Red
exactly.
Rocks. We got a location.
I am sure
we'll
all of
go to
our
the
girlfriends
Hamptons.
would love. Yeah, well, hopefully Wells puts us up.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Well, Jared, man, I appreciate you coming on. This was a lot of fun. Before you head out, let's go ahead and plug everything, man. I know
Yeah.
you got a lot going
Okay.
on. Plug it all.
It's a pleasure. Thank you all. Great to see you all again. I am going to be on the book tour, so you can go to jaredfreid.com if you want to come to the book tour. It's a live dating interactive event. I'll be in. When's this come out?
Probably Tuesday.
Yeah.
So
Next
plug all the
so I'll be
cities
in
next
Denver
week.
the end of the week. Yeah, I'll be in Philly, DC, Chicago, and Denver. And then I'm going and doing stand-up in Cleveland, the Hamptons. I'll hopefully someone tell Wells Adams about it. I'll be in Miami, Red Bank, New Jersey, Foxwoods, Portland, Maine, and I'll be in Long Island in the fall. But most importantly, if you've had fun in hearing this conversation, Walking Red Flag is my book. You can order it anywhere you get books. Amazon. You can get the audio version. You can get the Kindle, and you'll have it right now. And it's the goal was to make you laugh every page about a subject like dating that for some people is kind of difficult. So if you want to have a fun dating book that's a beach read, you can go listen to like a little snippet from it on Amazon and see if you like it.
There you go.
I do the audio book.
No,
So
cool.
it's called Walking Red Flag. It's out right now. I would love for you to check it out.
Cool.
Definitely
Love it. Awesome, man. And everybody can find you on Instagram just at Jared Freid, right? And
Yeah,
TikToks
I'm on
and all
there screaming my ass off.
Fucking J
Love it, man.
Train.
Well, bummed I'll be missing you next week, but we'll
I'm
catch up
I'm
again
bummed,
soon.
but I'm pumped for you to get
Yeah.
married. That'll be so much fun.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Who doesn't want to get married in Italy? Who does? And
Yeah,
I know a lot of people who don't want to go to Italy for a wedding. But who doesn't want
Well,
to
the
get
wedding's
married
in Croatia. Let's correct it. It's actually
there? Oh,
in
they
Croatia.
cheaped out. I'm sorry, it's cheaper. Okay, it's
Thank you,
cheaper in
fucking
Croatia.
Awesome,
They-
man. Well, this has been fun. Appreciate
They went
you.
with the Red Roof Inn plus of countries.
Cool. Well, appreciate it.
I'll tell
All right,
G that.
thank you,
Yeah,
guys.
I'll tell G that. Yeah,
Well, we'll
yeah.
see you next week. We'll try to get some golf in.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
do some golf.
Yeah, let's play. I'm in. I would love that.
Cool.
Cool, man. Thank you so much. Be sure to
Later,
like, comment,
guys.
and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
See you guys.
Yeah.